being the best of who you are. All of those things brought me back to my own sense of what I wanted to do.
At the height of her acting career in 2001, Sharon Stone encountered a monumental obstacle when a devastating stroke hit. Blurred vision, decreased hearing, constant exhaustion, seizures, and reduced motor skills were among the many crippling symptoms that she had as a result of the event, which plunged her into a serious health crisis. Her personal life was also profoundly impacted by these symptoms, which taxed her strength and fortitude and disturbed her busy job. At the height of her fame in 2001, Sharon Stone was devastated by a life-threatening stroke and deep personal betrayals, which shattered her confidence. Tragically, Sharon learned at her lowest point that her funds of approximately $18 million had vanished without a trace. On top of that, a lot of her belongings had been passed about or stolen from her. This betrayal not only made her already difficult situation amid a vital health crisis much worse, but it also almost bankrupted her and hurt her emotionally. Sharon mustered her will to make substantial changes to her way of life in the face of these overwhelming obstacles. She gave up drinking, started eating better, worked out regularly, and devoted herself to meditation. She began to feel better, both physically and mentally, as a result of these adjustments, which accelerated her recuperation. I had to learn to walk, hear, write, talk, remember, and everything all over again. The teachings of spiritual leaders such as Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama provided Sharon with comfort and direction as she sought spiritual recovery. Their wisdom was crucial in assisting her in letting go of resentment and cultivating a life filled with joy and fulfillment. Further personal turmoil befell Sharon as she struggled to recuperate. After her husband remarried and sought custody of their kid, her marriage began to unravel. Sharon, who was afraid of judgment and more scrutiny, kept these personal betrayals, which were huge, out of the public light. My husband divorced me, married his girlfriend, and they sued me for custody of my son. I wasn't strong enough and healthy enough to be in court at the hospital. Sharon's predicament was critical. She had internal hemorrhage, which had a devastating effect on her whole body, particularly her head and back. She had a rude awakening when she learned that strokes may happen to anybody, at any age. It seemed like she was starting again with her life. Her already difficult circumstances were made much more unbearable by her husband's abrupt departure and the subsequent custody fight over their kid, which occurred during this sensitive time. But Sharon found a power she had never felt before, a deep connection with her inner self, in the middle of these struggles. She was able to fight for her baby and start the long road to recovery because of her newfound strength. Problems with Sharon's health and personal life spilled over into her work life. It was scary to go back into acting after almost 7 years. Because of how the business had changed, she needed to start again. Still, she remained resolute, but she also adopted 2 additional children, proving that she could love and be renewed in her duty as a mother. Sharon also discovered a new passion for action during her time away from the limelight, and she became an outspoken advocate for the AIDS epidemic. She found renewed purpose in her life's work as she worked to bring attention to the problem and generate funding for it. This is more than just a survival tale. Sharon Stone's is an epic quest for self-discovery and growth. Her incredible capacity to recreate her life after plunging into despair is a monument to the tenacity of the human spirit. In the process of becoming sober, she rediscovers not only her health and her family, but also a hidden passion and purpose in her life. On honor of her lively tale journey both on and out of the silver screen, Sharon Stone celebrated her 60th birthday on March 10, 2018. Now, Sharon, you also have a big birthday coming up. Are you going to be having a big party? Well, it's the greatest thing I'm going to be. Beyond her career in film, Stone's personal life at 60 has been just as interesting, marked by a string of major relationships that have included deep ties. Michael Greenberg, a television producer, was her first high-profile romantic partner, and they were married in 1984. Their lives intersected on the set of the TV drama The Vegas Strip War. At first, their marriage seemed full of promise. Nevertheless, the stresses of their rapidly rising Hollywood careers quickly started to undermine their bond. They broke up in 1987 after several efforts to keep the romance alive. The public was enthralled by Stone's friendship with John F. Kennedy Jr., which began in 1991 and was widely reported. And it was continually covered by the media. Even though it didn't last long, Stone had a brief affair with country singer Dwight Yoakam in 1992. Their brief romance was fueled by a shared appreciation for one another's creative pursuits. Still, Stone thinks fondly of their time together. Stone began dating producer William J. McDonald in 1993, which added another wrinkle to her love life. Fast forward to their engagement, and McDonald made a number of personal sacrifices, including ending his marriage, to be with her. Regrettably, Stone's turbulent period began in 1994, when her engagement ended. After that, in 1994, Stone had a short but significant relationship with producer Bob Wagner, which brought her peace. During their time together, the pair enjoyed many social occasions while maintaining an atmosphere of mutual regard and devotion. Phil Bronstein, a writer and editor, was one of Stone's most significant relationships. The two were married in 1998, albeit theirs did not endure. One remarkable aspect of their marriage was the way it brought together the worlds of journalism and Hollywood. They adopted a son, Rowan Joseph Bronstein, in the year 2000, thereby increasing their family size. They divorced in 2004 after enduring many difficulties together, such as Stone's health problems and the demands of her profession. In 2005, Stone's relationship with Scottish comedian and TV broadcaster Craig Ferguson brought some joy into her existence. They were both naturally funny, and it showed in their relationship. Despite its brief duration, their relationship had a profound impact on both of them, and they went on to remain friends. They were often seen together at different occasions in 2006, which led to rumors that Stone was romantically involved with actor Christian Slater. Despite the lack of formal confirmation, their encounter ignited extensive conjecture of a romantic relationship. A more low-key romance between Stone and businessman Chase Rose occurred in 2007. They dined in secret and went on low-key dates, which reflected their much more private relationship. But it wasn't the last of Stone's love adventures. She started dating Martin Meyer, an Argentine model 27 years her junior, in 2012. Their relationship was full of energy and excitement, and they were often seen going on extravagant trips and to famous events together. They broke up amicably after a year or so. David Dice, an actor, was Stone's love interest in 2014. With one pair, things were more laid back, and they enjoyed quieter dates. Stone chose to keep their affair a secret because she wanted to keep some personal boundaries in place, even if it was brief. In 2018, Stone started dating Italian businessman Angelo Boffa. They made their couple debut at her 60th birthday party in Miami, where they looked very happy, full of life lessons and development. The lessons she has learned about love and companionship from each of her relationships have shaped her into the woman she is now. Sharon went from being stunning to becoming a Hollywood superstar in a flash. She started out as a model in the 70s and had her big screen debut in 1980. After that, her career took off, and she became a household name in show business. Over the years, Stone has had 4 nominations for Golden Globes and won 1, in addition to an Oscar nomination. I forgot to mention, Nick Pelly, I love you for your amazing, talented writings and the great words you gave me. Thank you. She was hopeful for the release of 2 new films in 2018, one of which dealt with romantic themes, demonstrating her enduring popularity and adaptability as a filmmaker. Animation film Ants from 1998 comes in at number 10. Stone plays the role of Princess Bala, an ant queen with a strong will in this film. The protagonist, Z, is a worker ant played by Woody Allen who wants a change and decides to trade places with a military ant. What on earth are you doing? Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I'm sort of making it up, really, you know. Why does everybody have to dance the same way? That's completely boring, It's monotonous, it's no fun. In ninth place is Jim Jarmusch's Broken Flowers, 2005. In the film, Stone plays Laura, an ex-lover of Bill Murray's character Don Johnston, who receives a letter suggesting he may have a son and begins to reflect on his prior relationships. The 106-minute film has a 6.7 rating and is both reflective and sometimes depressing. Stone stars as a gunfighter named Ellen in the 1995 western The Quick and the Dead, in which she faces off against the town's despotic lord in a deadly showdown. With her tenacity and will, Stone proves again and again in this 107-minute, 6.7-star picture that she can rule in genres that have long been dominated by men. You're pretty, you're not, I need a woman, you need a bath, you. Stone stars as Gwendolyn, the mother of physically disabled son Kevin, who forms a friendship with another social misfit, in the 1998 drama The Mighty, which takes place in 7th place. Her 6.9-star performance in this 100-minute picture earns her a Golden Globe nomination and gives the picture a lot of emotional weight. If These Walls Could Talk, 2000, is the 6th, a television film that tells the interrelated tales of lesbian couples from various time periods. Fran, played by Stone, and her partner face the difficulties of family planning at the turn of the century. The true crime drama Alpha Dog, 2006, comes in at number 5. The mother of an abducted son, Olivia Mazursky, is a part that Stone gives tremendous emotional weight. With a rating of 7.2, this 118-minute film is intense. 4th, there's the legendary science fiction thriller Total Recall, 1990, in which Stone portrays the role of Laurie, a devoted wife of Douglas Quaid, Arnold Schwarzenegger, whose life falls apart due to a network of false memories. 3rd, Stone made her cinematic debut in Woody Allen's comedy drama Stardust Memories, 1980, which explored the existential dilemma of the director. Even though it was a supporting part, it launched her legendary career and paved the way for her future in Hollywood. Stardust Memories, and I've had the pleasure of working with him many times in my career, and he's such an excellent director. He's such a lovely man. Making its way into 2nd place is The Disaster Artist, 2017, which offers a glimpse inside the production of The Room. Martin Scorsese's Casino, 1995, stands at the top of the list. In the role, Stone portrays Ginger McKenna. The mafia entanglements and personal issues drag Ginger's life down a dark path. Her remarkable talent for giving life to multi-layered characters is on full display in every one of her credits, which have left a lasting impression on both moviegoers and critics. Stone has shown her incredible skill and perseverance throughout her career, which spans animated features and tough dramas. Her story is an inspiration because it shows that even in the face of hardship, one can become stronger and keep making art that people all around the globe love. Sharon Stone's second act, after a near-fatal illness kept her out of the public eye for years, she is finally back. Her acting career is about to take a quick turn for the better. She ushers guests inside her house, evoking memories of the Montgomery Cliff Mansion, a notorious hangout for Hollywood heavyweights like Robert Wagner, Elizabeth Taylor, and Natalie Wood. Despite her poor health and the subsequent hurdles, Stone has managed to maintain this unique spot. Despite being an Oscar-nominated actress in the 90s, Stone was unprotected from the brutal truth that Hollywood now saw her as damaged goods. Isolated and unable to regain her previous shape, Stone struggled to recover. During her recuperation, she had to face her vulnerabilities and the harsh realities of the business. This entailed not only physical and professional rehabilitation, but also personal reflection and adjusting to new circumstances. Stone's conviction in individuality and cooperation above conventional roles imposed by society expectations was evident throughout her path through recovery and parenthood, particularly after her second divorce. Because of her upbringing, she believed that relationships should be built on cooperation rather than obligation, which made true bonds unusual but precious. Stone has spent the last few years repairing her life, becoming a mother, and recovering from her wounds. she is making a triumphant return with her latest collaboration with Steven Soderbergh, Mosaic, an innovative interactive murder mystery that utilizes cutting-edge tech to let viewers explore the plot via a smartphone app, providing a fresh twist on the genre that is completely out of the ordinary compared to what was available in the 90s. Well, the writer Ed Solomon, who's just so amazing, who you would know from Men in Black and these great big hits, and he's such a great guy in Mosaic. Stone plays a famous children's book author entangled in a mystery involving multiple suitors, all of whom become suspects when she disappears. The role offered her a fresh perspective on relationships and their complexities, particularly reflecting on how women of her generation were expected to adapt to men, often losing their identities in the process. Stone spoke out against sexual harassment and for gender equality in Hollywood during her recent appearance on the Golden Globes red carpet. She stresses that women should not feel pressured to adhere to male-dominated norms, but should instead value themselves and their achievements. The importance of being genuine rather than trying to fit in has come to light for many people, and this attitude reflects that. Stone has been an inspiration for change and perseverance throughout her life and work. She has been through a lot, evolving from a stunning model to an action star in Total Recall, co-starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Even though Stone didn't think she was particularly pretty, she posed for Playboy in order to get the part in Basic Instinct, which would go on to become a career classic. Although the part was heavily sexualized, she did not let it define her. Rather, it highlighted her complicated character psychology. As she plans her comeback to Hollywood spotlight, Stone isn't only resuming up where she left off, she's retooling her career with the insight and experience that comes with conquering formidable obstacles. She is appreciative of the chance to restart her career on her own terms, and is content with the gradual but steady course that life has given her.